What's up, guys? This is Paul again from MK Scholars. I hope you're all doing great. I'm greeting everyone who is following us wherever you are, whether you are in Rwanda or from any other country. We are greeting you and welcome again to our YouTube channel, MK Scholars. As I told you, this channel we'll be using it to give you guys, to update you about the scholarship opportunities, internship opportunities, job opportunities, but especially showing you how you can do the application. It is always a problem for any student or applicant who is trying to apply for the scholarship. They always have this problem of getting the official links. We'll be providing here the official link and also the guiding video how you can apply from one step to the last step. So as we told you, we try to use two different languages, English mostly, but also try to use Kinyarwanda to explain more what we are talking about. Today we are going to talk about Common App application, whether you want to apply in the USA or any other European university. You can of course use Common App. It's one of the questions, it's one of the comments that we have received this week. Even the previous weeks we have received this question that the students are asking us how we can apply using Common App, how can we use a Common App. So it is all the questions that have been asked about this. We are going to try to answer some of them. Actually, we do different videos about Common App because it is of course a long process of applying, because of course you have to know how to use Common App and then also get to know how you can apply using it, because it has many stages. So today we are going to talk about how you can invite your recommenders. Actually, we have around 4 recommenders we have that we can invite, because it's one of the question the students always have. They always say that I'm applying and I have done my application, but I'm remaining with inviting my recommenders. I'm talking about the teachers, but the recommenders can be your teachers. They can also be your they can also be counselor. It can also be recommenders. I'm talking about the coaches, but we are going to get into it like right now. Let us start. You always have like when you want to apply or when you want to know about the scholarship opportunities. Of course, I always tell you the website that you have to apply, that you have to visit, so that you could be updated about the scholarship opportunities. So you can be using your phone, you can be using any device that you are using. You always have to come here and you write in here MK Scholars is our website that we are using, that we also be using to update you guys about the scholarship opportunities. You can see our website here, our official website here. You can see our address here. You can always call us. You can always find us to even our office. But we also have a YouTube channel that you can go there and then subscribe for you guys to be updated about the scholarship opportunities. Whenever we post any scholarship opportunity, if you have subscribed, you always get notification first. So that is the important of subscribing to our YouTube channel. So we come here, MK Scholars, and we let it upload. We wait for it, and as I always tell you, you can see there are different scholarship opportunities here. You can come and choose among them the one that you want to apply. And I always tell you, like, if you want to find out, if you want to know what is all the applications that has already been posted here, you have to click here, scholarships or all applications. Let's click scholarships, and what we are looking for today is Common App for scholarship. It's this one, full funded scholarships for international students in USA. Actually, Common App is not only used by the USA universities. Some European universities, that's what I started saying when I was starting this video. There are some European universities that uses Common App, so you can also use Common App to apply to them. So you have, as I always tell you, you can join a WhatsApp group for you guys to get updated about the scholarship opportunities and the job opportunities. You can see our YouTube channel. You can go there and subscribe for you to get notifications whenever we post any scholarship opportunity. You always get the notification. So fully funded scholarships for international students. This is one of the common way. The many students, even from Africa, from Asia, from any other continent, they are using to study in USA on full scholarship. So Common App is a common way that you can use to apply in USA. So that is why today we are going to talk about one part about it. We also come again and talk about the other parts of it until it is fully complete. So Common App is a non-profit organization of 1,000 plus. It is over colleges and universities that simplifies, informs, and supports your college application journey. In simple words, you can use Common App to apply to of course, you can find over 1,000 colleges and universities that are using Common App around the world. That means you can apply using Common App and then you apply to one of, or even because as I told you, Common App gives you a chance. It gives you a chance of applying to 20 colleges where your one application, if you do one application using Common App, it will be submitted to 20 colleges. You can see it here. The Common App application is an undergraduate college admission application that applicants may use to apply to over 1,000 member colleges, universities, and community colleges in all 50 USA states and the District of Columbia, as well as in Canada. As I told you, there are some universities in Canada that are using Common App. What you have to do is just to go on Common App and then you find out. Even also some universities that are in Australia that are using it. We also have some universities in China that are using a Common App, even also Japan and many European countries. So you can use a Common App to apply to one of these countries, because there are some universities there that are using Common App. Applying using Common App allows students to fill out one application and submit it to multiple colleges and universities, saving time and effort compared to applying separately to each institution. As I was telling you, you can use the Common App to apply to over 10 colleges. I'm saying that you can use use a Common App. When you use a Common App, it allows you to apply to 20 colleges. That means your only one application. If you do one application, it will be submitted to 20 colleges simultaneously. You don't have to apply for one college and then when you are done, you apply to another one and then you apply to another. No, your one application will be submitted to 20 colleges. That is why, as I was telling you, Common App is one of common way the students from Africa, from China, from Asia are using to get into USA university. So what you're going to do, as I always tell you, you can always also watch how you can apply, watch how you can study abroad like USA, Italy. So when you click here, it will direct you to our YouTube channel, where you will find out how you can apply, how you can study abroad like this one without taking those standardized tests. I'm talking about IELTS, Duolingo, and others. So just click here so that you could find out. So what I'm going to do today is to show you how you can invite your recommenders. When do you do that? Of course, you must have already filled out the Common App. So I'm not going to take time explaining you guys about all this. You will come and read it for yourself. We're just going to dive in about how you can invite your recommenders. So you just click here, open scholarship link. Open scholarship, of course, link is the link that will direct you to Common App. So as I was telling you, you will come and read this for yourself because it is already posted on the website. You can come and read it anytime. So we just click open scholarship link so that we can get to the direct link, and you can see here is Common App. For the students who don't have Common App account, of course you have to create it. You have to click here and create it. You see, you come here and create it. You can create it as a first year student. You can create it as a transfer students. What I mean first year student is the student who has graduated from high school and he or she is going to start his university. on the first time. But when you're talking about the transfer students, these are the students who have already started like university, like they are in year 1 of university, they are in year 2, and they want to like to study year 3 or year 4 or year 2 in USA or any other university they are interested. So you have to know the difference between the first year student and the transfer student. The first year is the one who is going to start the university for the first time, but the transfer, they are already in the university, and they want to transfer like from year 1 like in Rwanda, and then they transfer to USA. But as I always tell you, there is always high chance for the first year students to get into rather than applying as transfer students. So because we have an account, let's go to the login. When you already have a Common App account, you go to login page, and then you click here. Let's use MK Scholars 250, the one that we have. Actually, this is just an example. As I always tell you, I'm just using our email address. As I always tell you, it is MK Scholars 250. You can always use it when you want to contact us. So the password that I created is Scholars 123. You can see I'm now trying to sign in. You know this when you have a Common App account. When you don't have it, I think I have already showed you how you can create it. So you can see welcome MK Scholars 250. This is just an example, and you can see I have just tried to add one university to show you how you can do this. But as I told you, Common App allows you to apply, to submit your application. One application to 20 colleges. So of course for you guys, you have to have 20 colleges over here, 20 colleges. But we have just put here one to show you how you can invite your recommenders. You can see, like when you're trying to use Common App, maybe next time in our next video we also talk about it. It's not what we have come here to talk about today, but we also talk about it. Like you have to start here if you want to start your application. But what we're going to do today is just to show you how you can invite your recommenders. So you just click on the university. Of course, as I told you, to be able to invite your recommenders, to be able to, it is one of the last stage of Common App. Yeah, it's one of the last stages that you have to do on the Common App, because you have to invite your recommenders when you have already completed the Common App. Nkuko nende kubibabwira, kugira ngo inviting aba recommenders ugomba kuba waramaze kuzuza Common App yawe warayirangije. Twe ntago twahise tubikora ko twa create account kugira tubereke uburyo inviting aba recommenders. But of course you have to have completed application kuri Common App. And also ugomba kuba waramaze kwadinga university colleges cyangwa 20 ushaka ku applyinga. So what we're going to show you is how kugira ngo wakwinvitinga abarimu cyangwa recommenders kugira bagutangira recommendation letters. So let us dive in kuri Duke University twabahitiyemo, like just as an example to show you how you can invite them. Like once you have already completed the Common App, you have already completed everything, and then it is the last step that you are going to invite your recommenders. As I told you, recommenders, we have four types of recommenders. We have a counselor, but probably for many African universities, for many African high school, they don't have counselor. But for other, like for of course, it has to depends on the type of school that you have graduated from. Like for Rwandan students, I know many of the high school, they don't have a counselor. So a counselor is the one who submits many documents for the students. You hear what I'm saying? A counselor is the one who submits many documents for the students. Of course, he or she has to submit your reports from senior 4 to senior 6. He or she has to submit recommendation letter. Of course, the recommendation letter that he or she has written for you. He or she has also to submit to fill out school profile. But I know many of the high school in Rwanda, they don't have a school profile. He also has to fill out your information showing how you have been a good student at the school. So that is counselor. But I always tell the students that we are helping in this application that a counselor might be like replaced by your teacher. Like if you have done like a combination of MCB, let's say mathematics, chemistry, and biology, you can choose among those teachers to be from one to be your counselor. So for the students who have graduated from the high school who don't have a counselor, they can use one of their teachers, right? I think it is understood now. So for the students who have graduated from the high school who don't have a counselor, they can use one of their teachers. But we have counselor, we also have a teacher, because there is a counselor, there is a teacher, because the teacher is the one who knows you academically, who knows your work ethic in the classroom. Okay, we also have other commander. The third one, other commander. This might be like your coach. If you use it to play like volleyball, basketball, football, one of your coaches might submit the application for you. I mean, the recommendation letter as your other commander. So other commander might be also your mentor, might be also your family member. But I always recommend students to use one of their coaches, or like even their mentors. So we also have advisor. The fourth one, advisor. Actual advisor is the one who just shows you how you can do your application. They guide you how you are doing your application from one step to from the first step to the last one. Actual advisor don't submit any document for you. Only the commanders that submits documents for you is counselor, teacher, and the other commander. But I always recommend students to have at least 3 recommendation letters. So I'm going to show you how you can, of course, to be able to invite your recommenders, you must have already completed the questions for the university, and then this is where you will be able to invite your recommenders. You just click, you come and click here, yes, and once you click here, you can see FERPL release authorization. Before you can invite your counselor, teachers, recommenders, parents, or advisors, you must complete the Family Educational Rights and Privacy Act release authorization process. Actually, I'm just going to show it to you here. Like complete release. Of course, every student has to complete this for them to be able to invite the recommender. So you can come and just read it, but I'm just going to show you. Just click here. You just read it. I know you always have to read anything that we are seeing here, and then once you're done, I have read and understood the FL. You just click continue, and then you click I acknowledge. Of course, I'm just going to walk through you this. I wave my light to review all recommendations and supporting documents. Of course, you have to click yes, because this gives you an opportunity. This shows the university that the recommendation that will be submitted by those teachers and recommenders that you have invited are true, because they think like if you say I wave my light, it means like you give all the lights to your teachers to submit the recommendation letter without you knowing it. But if you ever put here I don't wave my light, the universities assume that you have that your teachers have showed you the recommendation letters before they submit them. And then what is right here is just to put here I wave my light, because they think here that the recommendation letter have been written in absence of you. You were not there. The teachers just wrote what they know about you, and then they submit it. So I recommend you to put here I wave my light, and then I understand, and then I put here the date, of course, the 31st, and signature. Let me put like of course you have to put here your names, your full name, MK Scholars. Let's put MK Scholars, and then you click here save and close. Save and close, and then you can see now you are able to invite your recommenders. Of course, you have to start with your counselor. But I told you guys, just now in this video we are going to talk about how you can invite your teachers and other recommender. In our next video we talk about how you, but of course we're just going to show you how you can invite each one of them here, and then in our next video we talk about how you can fill out like counselor form and also recommender form. So you can come and invite your counselor here. You can see you put here his email or her email, you put here prefix, and you put here everything. And then once you are done to put everything, for him or her, you just click here invite. You can see. You can see also for your teachers. You can see you just put here he or she, his or her email. But today we are going. You can also come here the other invite. As I told you, this one might be your teacher, might be your coaches, might be, as I told you, invite advisor is the one who don't submit anything for you, but this might be your coach, might be your mentor. But for the teacher, of course, is the one I always recommend you, is the one who is going to show how you have been a great and excellent student in the class. Of course, for the counselor, as I told you, for the students who have graduated from the high school, who have counselor, of course, they have to invite their counselor. But for those students who have graduated from the high school who don't have counselor at their school, of course, they have to choose among their teachers. You can use one of your teachers at school if you don't have a counselor at your school. But today I'm going to show you how you can fill out the form for the teacher. Let us just focus on this email. Let us use like Paul Scholar is also one of our email that you can contact if you need us. This is my personal email that I use to communicate with the students that we are helping. Let us say that Paul was teaching me math. Was teaching me math, and is of course is a Mr. name. Let's say like Paul, and you just also say here Paul. No worries. And then you click here yes. And then you click invite. You can see successfully invited your recommender. N'abandi bose anga ni kubakara ku mukansala naho ni kubigenza, mwabibonye kubari recommender ni kubigenza. So once you have done this, you maze gukora ibingi, once you have done this, what you have to do ni ukuvuga ngo ahangaha wowe nk'umunyeshuri wabirangije. Ni ukuvuga ngo Common App ihita yoherereza Paul uyu nguyu watumiye the teacher, your teacher, itimwohereza the other email. They send him the email and then they receive it. Your email amwohereza niyo itakoresha akohereza iki recommendation letters. Let me show you how to do that. You can see here email bayimwoherereje. Hello Paul, MK Scholars asked you for your support with their college application as their teacher. Thank you for taking the time to provide insight to these students' strengths and aspirations. You can see umunyeshuri wagutumiye bamushiraho MK Scholars email address MK Scholars. You can see, but then email n'umwarimu yibona. Umwarimu umaze kwimvita nk'umunyeshuri, imaze kumwimvita no kuvuga ngo of course yakira notification ivuye kuri Common App. Hanyuma if he or she has an account on Common App, she or she doesn't have to create another one. But if he doesn't have it, of course he has. Please sign in. To clicking in as a teacher ugomba kwituklika kugira ngo herize recommendation tumunyeshuri wakwinvitinze. You can see nk'uyu nguyu urabona ko yarasanzwe ifite learn how to create. You can see atayifite itazangaha like for your teacher. If your teacher has an already Common App account, he doesn't have to create another one. But if he has it, if he doesn't have one, of course you have to click here. Yegikando betobimuha. So let us click one. Let us create one. Suppose ko nta ifite. You can see supposing that no. Here you're going to create how you're going teacher in what if it account and you could creating, but of course we have one. Of course Paul Scholar. I think I have already I forgot my one. Let us click here to like my bad, anga twibagiye ndumva naribagiye password. I'm going to show you. Ngiye kwanza nyiri setting kugira ngo mubibone neza. You can see you shall go creating a new password. Bakohereza notification. My bad, ariko no kugira ngo tubereke uburyo yeah, the new password. Let us put here Paul 123 Abbas. Paul Paul 1 2 3 Albus, Paul 1 2 3 Albus. Abonye ikaba successfully, hanyuma then we login ibisanzwe nuko twitwe ahantu kuvuga ngo and then we click here Paul 1 2 3 Albus. You can see umwarimu bakimwohereza email cyabona ni ingi no vuga ngo ashobora kujya waga creating mu gihe atafite ariko ifite itakora login nkuko tubikoze uko nguku. And you can see of course if you are a teacher and then you are trying to create, you can see one or more students have invited you as more than one type of commander. You can change laws using you can see select which law you would like to use. Novuga ngo anga no kuvuga ni igihe umwarimu abanyeshuri baramutumiye ari benshi, bamwe bashaka kumutumira nka advisor, abandi bakamutumira nka teacher, ariko twe MK Scholars yamutumiye, we invited him as a teacher. And then we create continue. You can always see ushobora kwitubona abanyeshuri bagutumiye anga as a teacher. And then of course what you have to do to fill out as I told you today in this video, we're going to show you how you can fill out the commander account. And then in the next video we talk about, or we show you how you can fill out a counselor account form, right? So today we are going to learn. And then of course as a teacher who is going to submit the recommendation letter for the student, of course we have to start with your profile. Of course as a teacher, prefix, of course prefix, this is a Mr. First name Paul. Of course if you have a middle name you have to put its initial here. Last name is a Paul. We're just using this as an example. And then title is of course a teacher. You can say that mathematics teacher, or you just say teacher. Of course it will depends on your law. And then phone number, you can just put, let us use our hours 079 11161. 961161. And of course this is a phone number for the teacher. Fax, we don't have one. Of course you can see it's optional for those who have it. You can fill it in. And then email is paulscholar250 @gmail.com, paulscholar250. And then you click here continue. Of course this is the teacher who has been invited by his student. And then you can see, please indicate if you are high school. Of course you have to indicate that you are high school. And if you're a high school student, of course you have to put there the school. Let us just say like let me use like I can use even like let me a school like Kigali school, just making it up. And then you can see if the school that you are teaching at it is not in here, you have to create I don't see my high school in the list. Of course there are some schools who have been listed here, so you click continue if you don't have one. And then of course the address is in Rwanda. Here you are going to show the address. And then school type is public, the one who is governed by the government. But if it is private, of course you have to use independent. Okay, address, let me just say 555 ST. And city, you come and put the address here. Let us continue. You can see it here. And then, do you complete applicants' academic ratings on the Common App teacher evaluation? Yes, of course. I recommend you guys to read way for your teachers. Of course you have to put here yes. And then you go to your students. Of course if you have already completed your profile, of course it will direct you. You can see it is now fully ticked, means that we have already completed it. And of course you will come to your students. All the students who have invited you as their teacher, they will come up here. So MK Scholar is the one who has invited us. And you can see we are going to, of course we have teacher evaluation. And then you come here to fill out the form for the student who has invited us. Subject area, you can say math. Of course, it's the one that I had taught him. And you can see ratings, academic achievement. How has that student has been in your classroom? As a teacher, my student MK Scholars was one of the top few, like was outstanding. Let me say that from all the students that I have taught, MK Scholars was one of the outstanding ones. He was in the top 5. And how about the intellectual promise? Of course, as a teacher, he will be the one who will determine what to put here. If you have been a good student, like I can put here one of the top few encountered students, of course, you have to convince your teachers. You have to convince your teachers, or you even ask them the permission to do it for yourself. Because if you don't convince them and then they put here like below average, this shows, because this form that is going to be submitted by a teacher, it will directly go to the university that you have already applied to. So if they are saying bad things about you, of course the university is going to reject you. So you have to convince them so that they can say like outstanding, one of the top few encountered in my career. So and then you put here 1. Quality of writing, of course, MK Scholars was one of the best students that I have ever encountered with. I'm telling you to convince your teachers, guys. If you don't convince them and then they put here whatever they want, of course, you are going to get rejected. If convincing did not go away, at least ask the permission to do it for yourself. And then they give you the access to their email and then you do it for yourself. But of course, you have to ask them. And creative thought, of course, one of the best students, one of the best. This is not formula. You can, even your teacher can come and put here no basis or below average, saying that you have been a bad student he ever taught. But I'm trying to show that MK Scholars was one of the best students I have ever taught. Disciplined habits, he has been one of the best students. Let me just say outstanding. Maturity, of course, is one of the excellent. Let me say like he was one of the excellent. But of course, you guys, it's better if all your teachers put here, select here. So one of the top few. Leadership, of course, MK Scholars is one of the top few, and then one of the top few. And reaction to setbacks, of course, about the challenges, MK Scholars is one of the best students. Concern for others, of course, MK Scholars is a compassionate guy. I can say like outstanding. Self-confidence is one of the confident students I have ever seen, like outstanding. Like they come and feel it, and then once they're done, they click continue. Of course, as I'm telling, this form will be submitted to your universities that you're applying to. And of course, here you can submit this form only one time for this applicant. Your response and accompanying, of course, you have how long have you known this student, in what context. Of course, these are the questions that your teacher has to answer for you. Like I have known MK Scholars for 4 years as my student in the math class, and as like, let me just exaggerate it and say as my assistant. Okay, as my in the class, in math class, let me just say it, leave it like that. And what are the first words to come to your mind? Of course, as I'm telling you, you have to convince your teachers, or you ask them a permission to give them what they are going to put here. You can even write what they can put here for you. You give it to them and then they do it for you. Or you can even ask them access to their email and then you do that for yourself. So first was, let me just try to praise my student MK Scholars. I can say that MK Scholars was resilient. I can also hardworking student. I can also say like a reader. Like you just, of course, your teacher has to say good things about you for the university to fall in love with you. Student, I can also say authentic. I can also say honest. I can also say like dedicative. I can also say compassionate. Like anything, like first feel. The teacher has to say good things about you. And then in which grade was the student enrolled when you taught them? Like I can say, because I have taught only MK Scholars high school, like that is from 10th grade. There's many students ask me about what is 10th, what is 11th, what is 12th grades. Of course, 10th grade is senior 4. 11 is a senior 5, and then 12 is a senior 6, your final year. And then courses, the course that I have taught MK Scholars is only mathematics and mathematics course, and it was of course advanced level. Of course it was advanced level, and of course this is where your recommendation letter will be submitted by your teacher. You can see here the recommendation letter that has been written by your teacher for you will also be uploaded here. You can see he will come and upload it here, and then once he's done, he will come and review and submit, and of course back, and then you can see when you're going to submit. But of course everything has to be filled out like properly as I am doing this. So I was showing you how you can how your teacher that you have invited will also be able to fill out the form. Of course it cannot be submitted once unless we put here recommendation letter. So I'm telling you guys that today we're just trying to show you how you can invite your recommenders, but also how the teacher that you have invited, how the recommender that you have invited can fill out the form. But for the counselor account, that is the next video that we are doing, and also the next video after that we also talk about how you can apply for the Common App. But we only did this because of the students who have asked us, Paul, the deadline is approaching and we have already submitted the application, but we want to know how you can invite our recommenders, and also how can our teachers, because our teachers have reached out us telling us that they don't know how to use Common App. So for the teachers who don't know how to use Common App, who don't know how to fill out, who don't know how to complete the recommender account for their students, you have mugomba kubaha ino video kugira ngo ibereke uburyo bagomba kubibakorera kugira bikore neza nkuko nagiye mbivuga cyane. Ugomba gukonveka umwarimu we kugira ngo abikuzurize neza kuvugaho ibintu byiza, na recommendation letter nayandika kuvugaho ibintu byiza ku buryo university izagukundika itivato n'umwana turamwemeye. I always tell you, ntago university yo hanze akunda kureba amanota cyane y'abanyeshuri kuruta ibindi, ireba na nyuma yo kwiga isuku riki usufasha abandi ese amaklub abagamo ndetse n'ibindi byinshi. Niyo mpamvu babwinga ino video muyiha umwana wese utari gushobora kuzuza recommender account. Of course iyo mwarimu amaze kuba invited nyine abona email, iyo email ushobora kwita uyimwaka ukabikora, ariko ukaba yamwatse uruhushya nkunda kwibabwira ibintu birimo ibinyoma ntago ari sawa, ukaba mwatse uruhushya. So nawe rero umunyeshuri utarubizi nizere kumenya uburyo buzuza form ya recommender account. Tuzagaruka ejo tuvuga kuri counselor account, nayo n'abanyeshuri benshi bayitubajeho. Nyuma yaho twerekane n'uburyo application ikorwa ku banyeshuri akenshi barangije umwaka kubera ko ndumva bazaba applying ndetse n'abandi nta kibazo rwose. So I think this is enough for today. Hanyuma ibindi tuzabivuga naho gutaha, ndetse n'izindi scholarship opportunities tugiye kugenda komeza tugashyiraho mu subscribing kugira mukomeze mubone izo opportunities. So thank you very much.